Hello students, welcome all. Students, in this video we are going to start the new chapter, that is the chapter number 8, Cell Biology and Biotechnology. In class 9th we have studied Introduction to Biotechnology. In that we have seen animal tissue and plant tissue, tissue culture, agritourism and agribusinesses. And now we have to complete the further topic in cell biology and biotechnology. So, let's start. Students, this chapter is divided into two parts, that is cell biology and biotechnology. In cell biology, we are going to see cytology. What is cytology? Stem cells and very interesting concept, then types of stem cells and benefits or the uses of stem cells. Okay. And in biotechnology, we are going to see what is biotechnology, commercial uses of biotechnology and other uses of biotechnology. This chapter is divided in these two parts and one by one we will see the topics. Okay. Students, what is cytology? See, this cytology is a Greek word and the name itself gives its meaning. Cyto means cell and logy means study. So, then what is cytology? The study of cell is called as cytology. See students, it was Robert Hooke who observed the cell for the first time. Okay, actually the cells which he observed was a dead cells. Okay, what he did? He observed the outer dead covering of the stem, that is we called as the bark, okay, under his microscope. So, while he was observing these dead cells, he observed the honeycomb like structure. जैसे honeycomb होता है उसके जैसे ही उन्हें structure दिखाई दिया through his microscope. Okay. Then he coined the term cells. Okay. In 1665 he gave that structure a name and that name was a cell. Okay. As Robert Hooke has put forth the concept of the cell for the first time, he is also called as the father of cytology. Okay. It was Robert Hooke who observed the cell. He coined the term cell, okay, and put forward the concept of the cell. That's why he is called as the father of cytology. Okay. So students, what is cytology? Cytology is simply the study of cell is called as cytology and it is also called as cell biology. Okay. And it has brought this cell biology or cytology has brought revolutionary change in the field of human health. Okay. See students, on page number 88 in your textbook, some questions are given to you that you have already studied in standard 9th. So, just we will recall it. Okay. So, see we have seen that the study of cell is called as cytology. Okay. So then, what is a cell? The cell is a structural and functional unit of every living organisms. See, living organisms are made up of cells. Okay. And when the cells come together, they forms tissue. From the tissues, organs are formed, and different organs when comes together, it forms a organ system. And organ system forms a complete organisms. So our living organisms, so the living organisms are made up of cells. Okay. Now all the physiological, biochemical, genetic and metabolic functions takes place inside the cell. Okay. Now this is a cell. Then what is a tissue? The group of cells is called as tissue. Okay. A group of cells having the same origin, same structure and same function is called as the tissue. Okay. See, then what are the functions of tissues? Actually there are 4 types of tissues, that is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue and nervous tissue. And these 4 types of tissues have different functions. Okay, we will see it. First one is the connective tissues. The function of the connective tissue is to support other tissues and binds them together. Okay, connective tissue. From the name we can get an idea. The tissues which join different parts of the body are called as the connective tissues. Okay, means they binds the bone, blood and lymph tissues together. Okay. Epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue provides the protective covering in the body. Okay. The skin, the mucous layer of the mouth cavity, the inner surface of the blood vessels, they are all made up of the epithelial tissue. Okay. Then muscles tissue. Muscle tissue. This muscle tissue allows the body to move. The muscle fibers and the muscular tissues are formed from the special type of the contractile proteins, due to which this contraction and the relaxation is possible. Okay. And these muscular tissues are made up of the long cells of the muscle fibers, and muscular movement occurs due to the contraction and the relaxation of the contractile protein in this cell. That's why our body is able to move. Okay. And the fourth one is the nervous tissue. The nervous tissues enable us to respond to the stimuli like the touch, sound, odor, color. Okay. And its main function is to they carries the messages to and from the various parts of our body. Okay. It is the function of the nervous tissue. Okay. Then see the question number 3. Which technique in relation to tissues have you studied in the earlier class? In 9th standard, which technique we have studied regarding the tissue? Yes, it is the tissue culture. Okay. And what is the next question? Which are the various processes in the tissue culture? Okay. We have to state which are the processes in the tissue culture. Students, let's try to recall what you have studied in standard 9th. Okay. See, on page number 88, a diagram is given, 8.1. A diagram is given. This diagram is of the depicts the various processes in the tissue culture. Okay. In tissue culture, what we have to do? We have to grow the cells or the tissues in an aseptic and nutrient rich medium in ex vivo conditions. Okay. This is called as the tissue culture. Okay. So the first process, the first step in the tissue culture is that first we have to select a source plant. Okay. हमें एक source plant select करना पड़ेगा. Then what we have to do? From the source plant we have to select a bud corm, okay, of the source plant. उसकी हमें bud corm क्या करना पड़ेगा? हमें select करना पड़ेगा. Okay, tissues. This bird combs are the tissues. We have to select the tissue of the source plant. Okay. Then the third process is the primary treatment. Okay. In primary treatment, what we have to do? We have to sterilize the bulb corm. Okay. हमें उसे अच्छे से साफ करना पड़ेगा. Okay. We have to sterilize the bulb corm. Okay. Before using it for multiplication. Okay. Then the fourth step is the fourth process is reproduction and multiplication. Okay. In this, what we have to do? We have to provide the nutrient rich medium to the corm. Okay. जो बल्ब कॉर्म जो हमने स्टरलाइज किया है उसे हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? न्यूट्रिएंट रिच मीडियम हमें प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा. एंड इन दैट मीडियम द सेल्स विल स्टार्ट्स टू रिप्रोड्यूस. ओके. मल्टीप्लाई. द सेल्स विल स्टार्ट टू मल्टीप्लाई. ओके. देन आफ्टर सम डेज what will happen? The fifth process is shooting and rooting. Okay. After the multiplication of the cells, okay, tissues, the shooting and the rooting will start. Okay. Then after the shooting and rooting, what we have to do? We have to keep the plant. We have to take out the plants. Okay. We have to take out the tissues in which the shoots and roots have started to grow. Okay. Means हमने क्या किया था? उसे लेबोरेटरी कंडीशन में हमने दिया था. शूटिंग एंड रूटिंग विल टेक्स प्लेस मीन्स स्मॉल प्लांटलेट्स. we can get now the small plantlets. Okay. Then after that what we have to do? We have to shift the plant for the primary hardening. Okay. Primary hardening means हमने लेबोरेटरी कंडीशन में टिश्यू को ग्रो किया था, प्लांटलेट्स, स्मॉल प्लांटलेट्स को ग्रो किया था. सो नाउ इट्स द टाइम टू टेक आउट द प्लांट्स एंड गिव इट सम आउटर कंडीशंस. ओके. आउटर एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशन. सो जो स्मॉल प्लांटलेट्स थे, ओके, उन्हें हमें किस में शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा? वी हैव टू शिफ्ट देम इन द बैग्स एंड एक्सपोज देम टू द आउटर सराउंडिंग. ओके. देन after few days what we have to do? We have to do the secondary hardening. Means what we have to do? Now our plants are ready. Okay. Now we have got the healthy plantlets and then now we have to sow them in the soil. Okay. So in this way these are the various processes in tissue culture. First one is the selection of source plant, then the selection of the bulb corm, then primary treatment, then reproduction and multiplication, shooting and rooting, primary hardening and secondary hardening. Okay. So there you have to complete the diagram, students. You have to complete the diagram given on the page number 88. Okay. 8.1. Okay. In this video we have recalled some of the topics which we have already completed in standard 9th, and in the next video we will see a very interesting topic, that is the stem cells. Okay, thank you.